Hello everyone and welcome to TNC Toy Tractors. If you have been following our Facebook page, I hinted that there was something big coming to our page and our channel. Well, here it is, officially the biggest toy tractor I have in my collection. I want to thank H&R Agri-Power of Mcleansboro for helping me get this. Another store had it, I believe, in Mayfield, Kentucky, and they had it transferred to their store close by to where I could go and pick it up real easily. So I want to say a thank you to them for doing that for me and giving me a great price on it. So I've already covered the 1/64th scale and 1/32nd scale version of this tractor. As you see in the above the box there, I have both of them there. This is a really neat tractor. In case you haven't seen the other videos, a little bit about the 620 Quadtrac. It has a MSRP, a starting MSRP of $789,000. Is rated at 620 horsepower. Has a max engine horsepower of 682. Has PTO horsepower of 473. Production of the 620 Quadtrac started in 2014. Has a 2-stage turbocharged air-to-air after-cooled 787 cubic inch, 12.9 liter Tier 4 B final inline 6 engine. Is manufactured in Fargo, North Dakota. This one, I believe these come with a CVT, the 620s, this model in particular. But there is an option for a CVT, a constant variable transmission, and a power shift transmission. Has a 470 gallon fuel tank and 85 gallon diesel exhaust fluid tank. Comes equipped with a surveyor cab, planetary final drives, has an option of 1,000 PTO, has a 154-inch wheelbase, and weighs between 49,000 and can be weighted up to 60,000 pounds. Like I said, I got this from H&R Agri-Power in Mcleansboro for $175. I know these are ranging on the market between the 175 and 200. I think I've even seen them more than that. Now there is a chase version of this that's all silver. For the 1/16 scale, the chase version, those are running about $700. The chase version of both the 1/32nd and the 1/64th, those are running about $150 to $250. So if you're wanting the chase version of these, they are very expensive. So I will get into opening the box here, and I'll get the toy out and we'll go over a few things. I'll show you the details and different things and give my thoughts and opinions. Alright, I'm back. So, I paused the video so I could get this thing out of the box. And I'm just going to say that if you decide you want to buy one of these, or you already have one, and you think that you want to take it out of the box, be prepared, because it is a chore to get this thing out of the box. I don't know who engineered the box, who does all the taping, but they must have used a whole roll of tape on this box, on the styrofoam packing, how it's packed in styrofoam. It's almost impossible without absolutely ripping the box up to get this thing out. So buyer beware that if you're planning on buying one of these and displaying it, you are probably going to absolutely demolish the box. I tried my best to save the box. I normally do, but it's pretty tore up, and I was doing my best to save the box. There's tape in there that I don't know I don't know why they taped it the way that they did it, but they basically taped it to where they don't want you to take it out of the box. I take it. So, buyer beware. That's number one. So, now, as we got it out of the box, I can show you here. As you can see here in front of it, you have, let's see, remove this a little bit here. You have the flasher bar here. Now, the flasher bar and the mirrors here were on the very top piece of the styrofoam on the top, and it was on the top of that. And they had their own little like cubby holes that these went into with tape over them. So if you're wondering where those are, that's where they're at. And I'm going to start by saying that I'm actually really surprised. This is metal. I mean, it is heavy. I would have thought for sure that they would have used a piece of plastic on this. Just plastic, whatever. But no, it's actually metal. So that being said, I'm actually going to show you how to put this in while we're here. Get that tape off here. Because I am not putting this back in the box after what I just went through to get this out. Now, as you can see, I believe you can see here. I should have cleaned this my camera a little bit. But there's a hole here and there's one on the other side adjacent to it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, and I believe it goes with the red facing back, and it's going to just pop right in there. So, and then that's how that goes on. And like I said, there's one on the other side here. Oh. There it went. All right. So now we're going to take this piece of plastic off the roof, or off the cab. And I'm going to show you how to put in these mirrors. Now this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than usual. I try and keep them at about the 10-minute mark. But due to the size of this tractor, this is probably going to take a little bit longer. And the fact I'm putting these on, these just snap right in there, and there's holes. I'll flip the tractor around here. As you can see, that on top of the cab here is a mounting hole for the mirrors. And what you're going to do is just take your mirror and try and slide it in there, and just push it down, and then you have your mirrors installed. So getting into the tractor itself, one of the neat things about 1/16 scale tractors is they really step up the details and whatnot. So you're getting some really neat detail, especially like with the cab. As you can see, there's actually an LCD screen in there that says Case IH and stuff. And then you actually have your realistic controls in there and everything. And then you have the operator's seat, the steering wheel, and you can see gauges there. And then you have a jump seat, or a helper's seat, whatever you want to call it. I always call them like a father and son seat. So there's that. And No, like I said, of course, you got your mirrors here that look pretty realistic, even though the mirror part itself is just a sticker. A majority of this model is plastic, you know, like the hood, these rear fenders. The rear end itself feels to be metal. The wheels feel to be metal on the tracks here. Something really neat is, you know, you can see all your bolts are like a brass color and everything. Gives it a really neat look. I don't want to take this plastic off of the tracks because I think, you know, it just helped keep them nice and whatnot, in case I do ever plan, you know, get rid of this in the future, which I don't really plan to. So, one note I will add, I'm kind of upset with. They used this, what appears to be like just a cheap decal for the headlights. I feel like they could have done something a little bit differently there. And then you got your toolboxes here on the side. Now here's something that's really neat. You're not going to get this a lot with your 64th and not a lot with your 32nd scale tractors. But the hood actually opens up and you can see that 12.9 liter engine. And I mean, there's not a lot of detail there. It's just all black plastic. And then we'll turn it around here so we'll see. This appears to be like a coolant reservoir. Here you see your radiator and different things, and the intercooler or aftercooler, some of them call it. And then, like I said, this is plastic, the hood. It's pretty light. And then up here you got your GPS, your AFS Connect GPS on top of the cab. You got your forward lights there. One thing they did that they do on all of them, I guess this is just a thing. SpecCast don't do it, but it seems Ertl does. This wiper is just molded into the windshield itself. It's not an actual separate piece. I think that's something that they might could have done, but you know, there's different details there. Really like this paint scheme again. It's really neat. Then you turn back here. You got your slow moving vehicle sign, and then you got your 3-point, and your 3-point does go up and down. I'll take this off my mount here. And you can see your hydraulic remotes there for where you plug in your hydraulics. Turned it on here. You can see the PTO, the hitch. The hitch doesn't move. Some tractors, this will actually move from side to side. Get a better look of the 3-point here going up and down. This is plastic, all this is. So here we're gonna, now I don't know, yeah, it does the same thing the 32nd scale one does. The tracks actually hit the ladder here. It articulates this way a lot, as you can see, but not as much this way as it hits that ladder. I don't know, I think it's kind of an oversight. Now the exhaust is plastic. You got some little details here. You know, what I'm assuming are the clamps on the exhaust to hold it on there. There's the detail on the tracks, great details. I think are really neat. And then you got the silver paint on the steps on both sides. There and there. this over. Now this thing weighs a good 5+ pounds. So get ready. Not a lot of detail here. I mean, you can see like your hydraulic actuators here to turn it. And then you have your front, what would be like your front drive shaft or front drive axle. And then you have a drive shaft going into a drawing a blank here. I know what this is. Yeah, this is like a drop box basically for to drive the rear. Like I said, not a lot of detail underneath. You got your, take a look inside here, get a better look. You can even see the vents there for like the heating and air. That's just, you know, those controls with the screen are really neat that they did that detail on it. Let's see here, zoom in here. There we go. That's about as realistic as you're going to get on a factory-made toy. You can see the floor there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe those are actually footrests. I could be wrong, but I think that's what those are for. I mean, it's a great looking tractor. There's another screen I missed. That's really neat. So, here it is. This is now the biggest tractor in the TNC Toy Tractors collection, and I am glad to have it. Thanks again to H&R Agri-Power of Mcleansboro for getting this for me. It is much appreciated, and I plan to buy other stuff from them because of how they helped me out. But hope you enjoyed watching. I know this video was long. There was a lot to go over this big tractor. So I appreciate everyone watching. We're over 110 subscribers now. If you can, tell everyone to subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe and check back about every 5 days is how often we upload, and we will see you soon.